All right, welcome to another episode of Can You Connect? And this is Mr.WalkThatWalk. And this episode, we're going to be going over substance abuse. So we're going to do alcohol, caffeine, weed, tobacco, and opioids. And we're going to start off with the use. So I'm only going to do this one time, and then I'm just going to do the intoxication for all of them and the withdrawal. Because after I do this, it's like they all literally say the same thing, and we're not going to go over the same thing multiple times for it. So we're going to just assume that this goes for everything. Okay? Alright. So first thing we're going to do is alcohol. And we're going to start off with a problematic pattern of alcohol use is leading to a clinical significant impairment or distress as manifested in two or the more following things that's been happening for a year. Alcohol is often taken in larger amounts over a longer period that's intended. There is a persistent desire or unsuccessful effort to cut down on the alcohol. There is a great deal of time spent in activities necessary to obtain alcohol, use alcohol, or recover from it. Often craving alcohol and having strong urge or desire to drink it. They have reoccurring use resulting in a failure to fulfill a major role either at work, school, or at home. Continue alcohol use despite having persistent recurrent social or interpersonal problems caused or exacerbated by the effect of alcohol. Recurrent alcohol use in situations in which can be physically hazardous. Alcohol use is continued despite the knowledge of having a persistent or recurrent physical, psychological problem. And their tolerance is a need for increased amounts of alcohol to achieve intoxication. And it's harder to achieve intoxication with the same use that they used yesterday. So now you got to do 3 drinks rather than 2 drinks as was yesterday. Well, I guess somebody who's really trying to get drunk and they have a high tolerance, so maybe they have to do 10 instead of 9. Let's say that. And so this will conclude this is going to be a part of all of them. So we're not going to redo this one. Just keep in mind that. So next is going to be what this person is feeling when they're intoxicated. It causes clinical significant problematic behaviors. So inappropriate sexual or aggressive behaviors, impairment in judgment and their mood. That happens shortly, after they started drinking. And there's also problems with their speech. So it's slurred, problems with coordination. They're having trouble with walking. They're having trouble with, let's say they have like bloodshot eyes. Not bloodshot eyes, I'm sorry. I have to look up the meaning to this. Hold on, let me look up the meaning one more time. My bad. They got meanings that, let's say I don't understand. There it is. It's rapid eye movement, not bloodshot eye. Okay, so rapid eye movement, lack of focus, and they're kind of like unconscious or maybe in a coma. And when they're dealing with withdrawals from, especially when they've been drinking super heavy or prolonged, so this usually happens several hours to a few days after they stop drinking. And they often deal with heavy sweating. They're often shaking, having trouble with going to sleep, so insomnia. They have nausea or vomiting. They're having visual hallucinations or illusions. Trouble with their motor skills. Having anxiety. Having generalized tonic-clonic seizures. And these are the withdrawals from alcohol. Excuse me. So we're going to end on withdrawal. So after we do withdrawal for a thing, we're on to the next substance, which is going to be, make it look better. Okay. Which is going to be caffeine. Is usually due to a high dose, so over 250 milligrams of caffeine, and they'll have 5 or more of the symptoms after drinking caffeine. So they'll either be restless, nervous, excited, insomnia, flushed eyes. They'll often be going to the bathroom. They'll often be having gastrointestinal disturbance, so their stomach issues. Their muscles will be twitching. They'll be rambling, have like a rambling flow of thought and speech. They'll have a racing heart, periods where they're exhausted and struggling with motor skills as well. And somebody who's having caffeine withdrawal is often, so this is, let's say, 24 hours after trying to stop. They may be dealing with headaches. They'll be dealing with drowsiness. They'll be dealing with a depressed mood or irritable. They'll be having a hard time with the focus and may have flu-like symptoms, so nausea, vomiting, or muscle pain. So this is caffeine withdrawal. Our next one is going to be marijuana or cannabis. So somebody who is having a hard time with that or overdoing it, they are having impaired motor skills, anxiety, feeling that everything is slowed down, impaired judgment, social withdrawal, and they'll be having physical symptoms such as 2 hours after using cannabis or marijuana, such as bloodshot eyes, increased appetite, dry mouth, and their heartbeat could be racing. And somebody who's dealing with withdrawal is often having, and this may happen, let's say, 1 week. So maybe 1 week after, they'll be often irritable, angry, nervous, or anxious. having insomnia or disturbing dreams, decreased appetite or weight loss, restlessness, or depressed mood. And they have increased appetite when they are doing the cannabis or marijuana. If I didn't say that. And back to withdrawal, they often deal with pain, shakiness, tremors, sweating, fever, chills, or headache. So at least one of those. And that will be the end for marijuana or cannabis. Our next thing is going to be, let's see, opioids. There'll be a change in their behavior. So they'll often deal with drowsiness, slurred speech, and a lack of focus. Their eyes will be dilated. Struggling with judgment, struggling with their motor skills. And once they begin to withdraw from the opioids, they're often having problems with their mood, problems with nausea, vomiting, muscle aches, their eyes are dilated, sweating. Hold on, there's something else I forgot the meaning. Okay, so maybe their eyes are often teary. And the other one was they have a runny nose as well. Okay. So those are opioid withdrawals. And the last one is going to be, where is it? Tobacco use. So funny enough, tobacco use did not have, there wasn't like people being intoxicated. There is an addiction, but it's not saying that, oh, this person is like intoxicated from it, because you don't really have like a severe intoxicated symptoms or really any. But you can get lung cancer and pretty serious stuff from it. But there is withdrawal. So we'll go over the withdrawal for tobacco. So if they abruptly stop in the following 24 hours, they'll deal with anger, anxiety, struggle with focus, increased appetite, restlessness, depressed mood, or insomnia. Okay. And this will conclude this episode. So, definitely thanks for watching. And we're going to do the follow-up for this episode next. But yeah. And what else? We're going to be supporting Black-owned business, or restaurant, which is Mama T's restaurant. I think I had a crab cake from them, which was pretty different from the ones I usually eat. Had a different taste to it. I think it had some other things mixed in it, so definitely different taste. I'll put their information in the description below. And of course, support the musician that did the intro and outro music, our artist who did our avatar, did my avatar, and myself, who's a clinical social worker for the state of Maryland. So I brought individual, couples, or family therapy. So, definitely check that out as well. And yeah, that will be it. And y'all definitely have a good rest of the night and a good rest of the week.